so big, I can't fit it in a while. Can't move how I move, baby. Tell them stop at me, so we lean when we pull up. Yeah, it ain't for me to pop it, it's too bad. Top drive, I be running to a check, I be sprinting to a profit. The numbers what I want, I'm a cop.
Welcome to 2K. Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. Kevin Harlan. Here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. We've got the Washington Wizards and the Sacramento Kings. We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
So it's Sacramento following the three-pointer by Washington.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
Assist from.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Washington foul. Number 4. First personal foul. First team foul.
Stripped away. And they're running. Releases. Screen by Boozer. The three. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Catchings. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Launches a three.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Boozer with the drive. And Boozer throws it down.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Here's Dixon. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse jam like that.
Greg, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Yes.
And the dunk by Boozer.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
The Kings trailing. Going inside. Here's Turner. That's tipped. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And it's Boozer atop the key. Shoots from the baseline. The rebound by Turner. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Here's Catchings. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Coulibaly. That three off the mark. And so here's Sacramento. Trailing by 2. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Coulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
A 3 ball. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Catchings. Outside Williams. Here's Catchings. He's defended by Coulibaly. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
Pass to Brown. And the 3 ball is good.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Back to Boozer. And they get it. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Washington fast break. Good on the bucket. Boozer's got 10 points.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Catchings. Off target from outside.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now here's Boozer. 10 points for him. .110 left from the first quarter of the game. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot falls short this time.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Pass to Williams. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And the layup is good. He's got 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Dixon. Here's Catchings. Will it go? And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's Dixon. He's got 6. Here's Catchings. That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Wizards lead by 1. And back in a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Washington.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Boom, he jams it straight down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's the screen.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Kings?
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
With the teardrop, pass to Reed. Connects from three-point range. And the Kings lead by 2.
See, Kyrie never hesitates as soon as he sees that open man. Boy, it is on time.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Irving, an elusive scorer, so adept at finding space inside.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Second team foul.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. To the inside. Saar gets the bucket. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Shakes him. It's blocked. And they're on the break. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Rebounded by the Wizards.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
The shot by Hawkins, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Irving. And it's sent back by Wallace. Here's Perry. Kept alive by Washington. Saar gets the bucket.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Abaji. 6 to shoot. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. All is with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Perry sinks the triple. Perry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Outside Irving. Pass to Reed. It's tipped. Here's Perry. He's got 5. Again, the Wizards score.
I'm beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
For Sacramento, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Washington now. They're on a 14-6 run. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Washington foul. Number 3. First personal foul. Second team foul. Into the lineup for your Kings. Number 20.
Pass to Catchings.
Williams.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Wizards ball.
Washington leading now by 8. Here's Perry. He's got 9. Pulls it up. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Dixon. Again, the miss by the Kings. Out to Wallace. They set the pick. Pass to Hawkins. Shot on the wing. The rebound by Turner. The Kings trail by 8. Here's Catchings. Bangs home the trifecta. Catchings has got 11.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Perry. Back to Wallace. Fires the 3. The rebound by Turner.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
To the middle. Here's Dixon. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Back to Turner. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Williams a screen. Turner for 3. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Here's Perry. No good on the 3. Ball's knocked loose. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Washington out in front, up 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Kings trailed by 5. Here's Dixon. Pass to Turner. Rebounded by the Wizards.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Boozer. The rebound by Turner. Here's Dixon. The kick out to Williams. Good on the triple. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Sarr gets the bucket.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Boozer. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Catchings. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. All sorts of time. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
And no reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Gets the ball up the court immediately. And that pass to find the man cutting to the bucket couldn't have been timed any better.
Here's Catchings. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
Team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
For 2. Catchings.
So he gets them both. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Boozer. The high post shot. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Pass to Dixon. Left side Williams. Here's Catchings. Shot clock at 3. The Kings need to get off a shot here. And the officials call for a 3-second violation.
Substituting on the court.
Wizards leading by 7. Outside Boozer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Reed with the rebound.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Pass to Irving. Knocked loose. Outside Boozer. And another miss by Washington.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the wide open shot from Reed. Oh, good with the triple. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Here's Irving. Pass to Reed. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him. And here are the Wizards now. They're on a 13-5 run. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Washington.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Over to the wing. Knocks it loose. And taken away by Wallace.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Perry. From deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Right wing to the paint. It's tipped. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
The kick out to Irving. And there's the drive. 4 on the shot clock. And that one's good, Abaji. Now just a 4-point Washington lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And it's Washington's ball. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Perry.
And he has not contributed a single point to their efforts since halftime. Good thing he was on his game in the first.
To the right side. 35 seconds left to play in the third. From the arc, it's hauled in by Hawkins.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Trying to end the drought. A nice shot by Perry. Perry's got 12 in the game.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Wizards lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Wizards leading by 4. Wallace looking for an opening. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And here are the Kings now. And here is Irving. To Abaji. Sacramento moving it around. To the wing right side. Misses the wing J. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 6-point lead. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Wallace gets it to go from beyond the arc. It's taken away by Wallace. Pass to Hawkins. Lets it go from deep. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
3 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Timeout, Kings. Short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Substituting on.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in with what the Kings head coach said to his team. Coach not happy with the team. He told him, come on, we have to value the basketball. We're just giving it away. See if they listen, guys.
Thank you, David. Here, the three-pointer, no good.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Timeout, Kings.
Your 916 crew.
And some changes here for the Kings.
Once again, for your 916 crew dance team.
The Kings trailed by 14. Poked away. In transition, here come the Wizards. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
To stop the run.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. They get it again. Got a piece of it. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Ball violation. That's a jump ball.
And they recover it. Clock at 6. Here's Boozer. Catchings with the rebound.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Back to Turner.
Well, Miles Turner has a lot of value in today's NBA. This guy's got length, athleticism, excellent shot blocker. He can space the floor with the ability to make those jumpers.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Turner.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Out to the right wing. Screen by Boozer. There's the three. Catchings with the rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Oh, he misses the dunk. Here's Boozer. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Wizards lead by 16.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here's Dixon. Outside Turner. And stolen by Song. Here's Koulibaly. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
On the wing, Turner. The three. Nailed from three-point land. Turner's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
That's tipped and stolen by Song. Lets it go with a three. Sacramento grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Catchings. Got a hand on it.
Sacramento foul. Catchings. First personal foul. Third team.
And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 20-7 run.
Kings foul. Catchings. Hutchings. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Washington.
That free throw good from Boozer.
Boozer at the line for 2.
And so Boozer nails both of them. The Kings trail by 19.
Wizards foul. Boozer. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Dixon on the wing, Turner.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Washington.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all games. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Pass to Dixon. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Catchings. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Washington controlling the game. Right side, Boozer. Second chance shot. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Shoots the 3. That one, no good. Into the lane.
Washington foul. Number 4. Second personal foul. Third team. Shooting.
Tipped away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Williams with the steal. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's
I'm on the heart of the lever. I'm an every type player. I'm a credit player.